Welcome back to another edition of Behind the Burnt Orange Curtain, brought to you by TexasSportsConnection.com. I'm Rod Pavis. Now, the Longhorn football team, they've taken a break for spring break, and they're going to start practice after spring break, the second half of spring football practice, but we still got storylines to talk about. I think the biggest storyline, of course, is the quarterback position. And I think most people are very surprised to find that 1 week into spring practice or halfway through spring football practice on the 40 acres, that Tyrone Swoops is not only the starting quarterback right now, he's taking the majority of the first team reps, only splitting some of those reps with Jerrod Heard. And from what I hear, all the sources I have behind the burnt orange curtain, Jerrod Heard isn't killing it. I thought, and this is what I've been told, and this is just basically what I have surmised, all right, based on me kind of analyzing the situation. You got Tyrone Swoops taking the majority of the first team reps, Jerrod Heard taking the second most reps, and then Shane Buechele, true freshman, taking the third most reps. Then there's Kyle Locksley, redshirt freshman, and then there's Matthew Merrick coming in. So basically, Kyle Locksley and Matthew Merrick are no longer a realistic part of this quarterback competition, which says in itself that is a deliberate decision by Charlie Strong and Sterling Gilbert. They want to take those guys out of the quarterback conversation. Now, I don't know why. I'm actually a big fan of Kyle Locksley. He's a coach's son. I think he can compete or at least make this quarterback competition interesting. That's not the conversation right now. It's down to 3 young men on the 40 acres as it relates to who's going to be the starting quarterback. Tyrone Swoops getting the majority of the first team reps, then Jerrod Heard, then true freshman Shane Buechele. Now, to me, that says that the Longhorn coaching staff have basically made up their mind. They want Jerrod Heard to go win this quarterback position. I mean, think about it. Even last year, Jerrod Heard never actually won the quarterback position. He was given the quarterback position after Tyrone Swoops imploded versus Notre Dame. But Tyrone Swoops won that quarterback position in the offseason. Remember? We were waiting. Who is it going to be? Tyrone Swoops, Jerrod Heard. Jerrod Heard never won the quarterback competition. Tyrone Swoops actually won the competition. He just lost it during the season. So now it's crazy because now people are trying to figure out, okay, so if Jerrod Heard actually won the quarterback competition during the actual season, but he didn't win in the offseason. I think that's what it comes down to. Charlie Strong wants to see more consistency out of Jerrod Heard. He wants him to take this quarterback position, and the way he wants him to take it is in practice. All right, when practice, it's one of the few sports in the world of football that you practice more than you play. So you got to be a good practice player. And the word on the street is Jerrod Heard, not a good practice player. He's a gamer, which is, that's one word that scares the hell out of coaches, gamers. Because basically what that means is you don't practice well, but when the lights come on and you're on a big stage, you show up. Well, that scares the hell out of coaches because coaches traditionally believe you cannot put a player on the field of play that you don't trust. And how can you trust a player who doesn't perform well and is not competent in practice? That's what you're dealing with Jerrod Heard. So I think the coaches want him to become more consistent in practice, win this job in the offseason in practice, which is, customary in quarterback competitions. And if that doesn't happen, I think they'll let Jerrod Heard and Tyrone Swoops battle it out at the quarterback position with Tyrone Swoops getting the majority of the first team reps. But I think they will move on quickly. And I think it's probably the right decision to Shane Buechele and try to expedite his development as quickly as possible. And that's when this conversation becomes really interesting because that's a true freshman. And we'll see how much the coaches really like Shane Buechele if he ends up taking at least a front runner position in this quarterback competition. Think about this, Longhorn fans, before we let you go here at Behind the Burnt Orange Curtain. Is Charlie Strong, or does Charlie Strong have enough clout, enough skins on the wall to start Tyrone Swoops versus Notre Dame for the second year in a row? And potentially have Tyrone Swoops implode and then have to put in Jerrod Heard, basically having the same quarterback plan of execution that he had last season? I mean, I know it's a public relations question, but I think this is something that Charlie Strong and his staff really have to consider because the Longhorn fans are really tired of watching this quarterback competition mired in mediocrity, I should say. So we'll see what happens after they resume spring practice, after spring break is over, and we'll be back with another edition of Behind the Burnt Orange Curtain, brought to you by our good friends at TexasSportsConnection.com.